What's up, everybody? Today we're trying out a game called Ruff Ghanor.
Ruff Ghanor.
This is a story-driven, deck-building, roguelike kind of game.
All right, sure.
This is from what I understand. I'm going into it blind, as we typically do when it comes to brand new games. So let's start a run and see what happens.
Alrighty.
Let's start with the tutorial. Sure. Why not?
Probably a good idea.
In the beginning, there were the gods. The gods shaped the earth, the sky, and the seas. They populated them with creatures and smiled, for everything was green and good. But men corrupted creation with their imperfect souls. Ambition and war ravaged
That guy got
the land,
yeeted.
That guy did it on
and
purpose.
the gods felt disgusted.
I don't think he did it on purpose.
So they
Nah, he was having a great
created
time.
the devourer of worlds, a creature of immeasurable power. Nothing the men possessed could stop it. Unchallenged, the monster advanced, turning everything into a barren wasteland.
That
But
just
there
seems
were those
unnecessary.
who resisted, the demons. They survived at the expense of the being's sins. And if the world were to end, they would perish. The demons created the dragons, and the dragons faced the devourer of worlds. In
This
a
feels like an
series of
unnecessary
battles
series of
that
escalations.
creation. Ultimately, the dragons emerged victorious. Cities would be rebuilt, and mortals, against the will of the gods, would live, albeit under the grip of a tyrant.
All right, then. The son of the mountain. Here begins the tale of Ruff Ghanor. On a frosty morning, monks Nicholas and Dunnius were ascending the mountain in search of a stray goat from their monastery. As they approached the cave, a roar echoed, followed by the impact and then an earth tremor. No sensible goat would enter the forbidden tunnel, said Nicholas. Then we're dumber than lost goats, Dunnius replied, feigning calm. How much of this is going to be book reading?
Well, there's 3 pages here.
Oh, man. Sounds intensified, but did not seem monstrous. The roars were wild, but appeared to come from a child. This is enough to temper the monk's fear. Amid tremors in the cave, the monks encountered 3 beasts. Large reptiles were threatening a boy, a thin and naked boy, coated with oil and blood.
Dang.
The boy clenched his,
Hardcore.
clenched his small fist and struck the ground with an enraged growl. A loud bang filled the cave, so the ground opened up and swallowed the monsters. Startled, Dunnius asked, "How did you end up here? What's your name, boy?" After a moment of silence, the answer came as a growl. Ruff. He's a dog.
Roll credits.
I sent them to fetch a goat, and they brought me a boy, said the prior, an austere leader of the monastery of San Arnaldo. Well, that was a surprisingly hard thing for me to say. His greatest mission was to shield his devotees from the tyranny of Zamir, the last red dragon who ruled these lands at the cost of people's lives and suffering. For a long time, the most effective means of survival was to pay tribute to his heralds and remain unnoticed. But suddenly, the mountain offered him a wild boy with no memory and an unexplainable earthquake power at his fists. This boy could be trained, disciplined, and shaped like the cleric of the Order of San Arnaldo. Perhaps the days of silence under the dragon's rule would end.
Also, you asked how much of this is going to be book reading, and it's like, well, they do say this is very story driven,
Yeah.
so probably a lot.
Face off against enemies with your deck, advance the story, and garner rewards. Initiate the combat encounter. Tutorial. Combat encounter. It's a wolf.
And some sort of dog thing.
Nailed it. At the start of each turn, you gain 3 action points and draw 5 cards to your hand. The action cost is displayed at the top of each card. There are various types of cards. Deal physical damage to the enemies. Boost the defenses of Ruff and his allies, and can alter the enemy's status. Restore life, deal magic damage, and generate faith.
Okay. So attack, support, and magic.
This is your health bar. If it drops to 0, your journey will end. You have to restart the game. This is the health bar of your enemy. Deal damage to the enemy by carrying out attacks in order to win the combat. If their health bar goes all the way down, they'll have to restart their game.
Yep.
Use an attack card. Get him. Deal more damage. Another attack card. I don't like that doggy sad noise.
Oh.
If you know, I believe Portuguese, this would mean something to you.
Yes, developers are from Brazil.
Yes. But I don't. So I'll mention that maybe this line wasn't translated.
Well, I was actually going to say that I can sort of kind of read it, and even if you can't read it specifically, you've played enough of these to know it was basically saying the gist of the enemy is going to attack. You can see what they're going to do if you look under the health bar, and he's going to do 6 damage. So you should play the 6 block card.
Yeah. Spent all of your action points and turn to proceed.
You blocked it, but you're still bleeding. That is good to know.
Yeah. Status effects represent the various conditions that can be applied during combat. Status icons show up above the character's health bar. Check Ruff's details. F. Bleeding. The end of turn takes 3 damage. Healing removes bleeding. Okay.
Okay.
You have enough attack cards to defeat the enemy this turn. Play an attack card. So I imagine if we just finish the enemy, then I don't gotta deal with that bleeding.
Probably also true.
Hooray! Hammer Strike. Deal 12 damage and apply a weakness.
Well, considering our basic attack cards are 1 energy for 5 damage, 2 energy for 12, and weakness, seems pretty good.
Let's see. Weakness, characters with weakness deal 30% less physical damage.
Nice.
Alright. And then the edit deck card or button was grayed out.
Yes.
This is your progress bar. Complete encounters to move forward and eventually face off against stronger enemies. Delve deeper into the story of Ruff Ghanor, uncovering his connection with other characters. Initiate the narrative encounter. So then we're going to fight her with words, right?
Yep. Oh, man, look at that face on the tower in the background there. He's like, "Huh!"
Can you imagine waking up every morning, looking up at the sky, and just seeing her the whole time?
Yeah.
The peace of the village ended when Sergeant Durbach, a hobgoblin from the army of the Dragon Zamor, arrived drunk, making everyone's life a hell, extorting and mistreating the villagers. The prior of the monastery, cautious about Ruff's training, didn't allow anyone to do anything about it. He's part of Zamor's army. If anything happens to him, the consequences could be disastrous, he said. Ruff and his best friends from the village, Corin and Axia, watched from afar as the chaos and injustice caused by the hobgoblin for days. And on a certain night, the expected chaos didn't happen. Zamor's henchmen didn't show up to drink for free and assault the villagers at the taverns as usual. Here, you could be Axia, so I'm not reading every line.
Ruff, it's over. The hobgoblin is dead. We are free.
We did it!
Perfect.
How? What happened?
Yesterday, he invaded my cabin looking for money. As if I had any. I cut his throat with a dagger when he got distracted.
How dare you? How could you possibly kill the thing that was breaking into your house and trying to take your money? Axia, that was, I understand, but now we're all going to suffer, and it's all your fault, as long as you know. Axia, he was a hobgoblin sergeant sent to the village to oversee us. The prior made it very clear that no one should mess with him.
He attacked my little brother, Corin. I'm used to the villagers' mockery and insults, but no one lays a finger on my brother.
Ruff, what are we going to do now if the prior finds out? Right. The best thing to do is to fake a fight. I'll take the body to the square and beat him as if we had fought. I'll face the consequences. Ruff, you won't get in trouble with the prior alone. I'll help you. All right, let's beat up a dead body. We are going to beat up a dead body, aren't we?
Yes.
Allies are playable characters who assist Ruff in his battles. An ally's turn begins after Ruff's turn. If your ally's life runs out, they'll be incapacitated, leaving Ruff to face the remainder of the battle alone. Great.
Okay, so what's the enemy going to do, Lee?
The enemy will take no action this turn.
Huh, weird.
Look, in the preview, he's got a lot of life to his bounce, but right now, I'm impressed that they stood him up.
Oh, man. Should probably hammer strike him. We don't want him to do too much damage to us back.
You're right. There, now he's weak.
Beautiful. Now he won't hurt you too much.
Each ally has their own deck and action points. Coordinate attacks with your allies to unleash powerful synergies. 6 damage to 3 random enemies. If it's only one enemy, will it do 6 damage 3 times?
Maybe. I mean, if you want, you could also just do 2 sword slashes. And how much damage does the variant slashes do?
6, so I can attempt it.
You should. Yeah, you can test it just to see if it'll.
Looked like it only did 1.
Okay.
Now let's hope the prior buys into this. So now is he double dead? Because
Yeah.
we killed his dead body, so he's dead twice. With a bit of luck, Samira won't miss this one and will leave us alone.
No such luck, right? Because otherwise there wouldn't be a story.
Yeah, otherwise there wouldn't be a game. Card reward, shields up. It's another shield card.
Man, I would say no, but it doesn't look like we have the option to do so.
I did not have the option to not. Exploration encounters. Take risks with your deck and win amazing rewards if luck is on your side, or accumulate curses if it's not. Well, I'm not known for being terribly lucky.
The murder weapon.
Alright, now we gotta get rid of this. That... Oh, well, yeah. The actual murder weapon, not from the double murder. Because I was like,
right.
we were using a hammer. But,
Yeah, but he was already dead.
yeah. But now he's double dead, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Says Ruff, holding the bloodstained dagger in his hands. Besides him, an anxious Corin checks their surroundings. The dark forest doesn't allow seeing very far. Axius seems the least troubled of the trio. During exploration encounters, you must decide how Ruff will face various situations. Each choice leads to a test. Cards are drawn at random from your deck and must meet certain requirements. The outcome of the test can be a success or a failure. You can check all of the cards in your deck at any given time. Up here with R. So we got a bunch of hammer bashes, a quick prayer, a bunch of shields, and a hammer strike.
Now, for what it's worth, our deck has 9 cards in it.
Yes. We have
Just
4
keep
attacks,
that in
4
mind.
defenses, and a prayer.
A prayer.
Make your choice. Draw 8 cards, have at least 15 physical damage.
Right. Now, if we look back at our deck,
We can't
that
fail.
is...
Because
correct.
even if we don't get our best attack, which would be the worst case
Would,
scenario, we would still do
right.
15 damage with the 3 hammer bashes.
Correct. I'm willing to bet that this is going to be true about all of these.
Draw 7 cards, have at least 2 control cards.
Now, see, that one actually we could fail.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, if we draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So that's at
yeah.
least 2 controls.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we can't fail that one. And then draw 4 cards, have at most 2 prayer cards.
And we only have 1 prayer
We
card,
have
so we
one
can't
prayer.
fail that one. So we can fail none of these.
Excellent.
So what do you want to do?
I think putting it under a large rock makes the most sense because I like burying it. You're gonna see like dirt and stuff disturbed. Rock, you won't notice any major disturbances, and it's under a large rock. You gotta move it. No one's gonna want to do that.
Yeah.
Hollow trunk of a tree. I feel like that's too easily accessible.
You're just arming a squirrel at that point.
Yeah. So,
Hey, look, you did it.
we got it. Success. Nearby large rock catches his eye. Ruff and Corin muster all their strength and lift the rock. To their surprise, they see an object shimmering with a magical glow.
Oh.
Axius swiftly grabs the object and swaps it with the dagger. At their strength limit, the boys release the rock and it falls with a dull thud. So apparently someone else thought of this. We found a different murder weapon to a different crime.
Perfect.
Something.
Now, I can't help but think that we would have found something in all 3 of those spots, but...
I'd be willing to bet.
Yeah, who knows?
Suddenly, a noise in the forest interrupts the silence. The boys barely have time to react before one of the village guards appears. What are you doing here? So then we have to draw 3 cards and have at least 6 action points.
Now, that one we definitely can fail.
And then lie, just draw 5 cards and have at least 3 prayer cards.
That one we straight up can't. Actually, are we guaranteed to fail both of these?
Let's see. 6 action points. Now, what does it mean by action points?
The cost on the cards.
Yeah, so... 2...
Yeah, our best case scenario is we could draw a 2, and one of the ones.
Yeah, so...
And then the lie is the same thing, where we only have 1 prayer card, so we literally cannot succeed either one of these.
Excellent. So I'm gonna go with nothing.
It's...
We drew at least none of them. Nothing.
Nothing.
We were snail hunting. That's right. Thrive in the forest, you know. Says Ruff, trying to sound as convincing as possible. I was convinced.
You were?
I am Sister Delilah, says the guard. On your way. Go back to your houses. The prior will be informed about this. Oh, do you think he's into snails?
Maybe.
A new relic. Saint's Amulet. +1 faith at the beginning of each turn.
Okay.
Initiate the narrative encounter.
Possible rewards. New miracle.
It's a miracle.
Well, possible.
The prior, monastery, and village leader, absorbed in his reading, notices Ruff entering the main hall and gives him a stern look. Hey, you go for it.
Speak up, goat boy. When you come in with that face, I know you've been up to mischief.
Just snail hunting, sir. The prior's gaze seems sharper than Axia's dagger. I killed Dirtback, the hobgoblin that was tormenting the village. We celebrated by going snail hunting. The prior pauses his reading for a moment.
Why'd you do that? Because that guy was a dick?
Yeah, I kind of feel like, yeah.
I feel like, yeah, right? Just...
It had to stop. He was mistreating people, destroying everything in his path. Fortunately, no one else lost their life.
You're lying.
Stand firm. We're so good at lying.
No, he was mistreating people, and nobody else died.
No, it was me. The prior dips his fingers in a viscous oil and marks him on the forehead and lips.
Brother Ruff Ghanor, you are now tasked with serving San Arnaldo. Do you accept this mission from which you shall never be relieved? No.
Stunned, Ruff suddenly senses the presence of a saint enveloping him. Do you think that's going to give me, like, wicked cool eyebrows like this guy has?
Oh, Lord.
I accept, I guess.
That man, like, saw the flock of seagulls haircut and said, I want that, but on my nose.
That is the most stylish unibrow I've seen in my entire life.
That I initiate you as a cleric in the holy order of San Arnaldo.
Why?
You took the sins of others upon yourself. Right or wrong, it was the gesture of a cleric.
I understand. Therefore, admitting that I lied to you, meaning that you've played the most, like, excellent ruse, and now I will be punished. What happens now?
Well, now you will grow this magnificent unibrow. You will face the consequences of your choices. Zamir will test us. Tabak was just the beginning. Our enemies will multiply in these lands. It is now your duty to protect the monastery.
Sweet.
I was going to do that anyway, old man.
But now I got a miracle.
Earthquake. Wait, couldn't you already do that?
Yeah, but now it's in a scroll. It's better.
Oh, okay.
Deal 12 magic damage to all enemies. Initiate the combat encounter.
I have noticed that you have like a grain bar up near your health bar, so I'm willing to bet you have to fill that up before you can use the miracle.
Where's Durback? I know he was here. No hobgoblins come this way. You lie, kid. I know he's been in this village. Spotted hobgoblin footprints in the surroundings. Something odd's happening here.
That must have been your own footprints. You must have gotten drunk or something.
But worry not, I'll make you talk.
I'm talking okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we had a whole conversation. Ruff mastered his first miracle. Miracles can be invoked during battles. Miracles have a faith cost in order to be cast. This is your faith bar. Ruff gathers faith through prayer cards. Faith points accumulated in combat do not carry over between encounters.
That makes sense.
Notice that you already have 1 point in your faith bar. This is due to the relic you received earlier. Relics harbor mighty passive abilities. You check your details whenever they're necessary.
I mean, +1 faith at the beginning of each turn is not that mighty. It's helpful, but it's not that mighty.
Use a prayer card to generate more faith.
But it's a heal card that also consumes itself on use. Why on earth would we use it that early?
Yeah, it feels bad. Play a card of your choosing or end your turn. Well, I feel like he's going to punch me in the face, so,
Oh, hey, look, now we're going to take damage.
yeah, it wasn't...
The tutorial made it worse for us.
It wasn't tactfully sound.
It's like, I know they want us to use the ability.
Gain an additional faith with a prayer card. Gain 1 in power. And then gain 1 grain.
Yeah, it's faith.
Uh,
Gain 1 in power and gain 1 faith.
Now, with faith points at your disposal, you can use miracles. Cast a miracle.
Press Q.
Eh. Oh! Take that. A human bearing the courage to face a hobgoblin that's not already dead. Now I understand what happened to Durback. Farewell, brat. Just wait until Zamir hears of this. See, this is where I should chase him down and club him to death so that this doesn't happen, but...
Right.
Gather strength. Empower deals 50% additional physical damage.
Okay, that's not bad.
Arcanium is a rare and mighty metal for enhancing your deck. You have enough Arcanium to edit your deck. Select Edit Deck. You can edit your deck with Arcanium. There are 3 types of modifications available.
Upgrade, duplicate, and remove. That makes sense.
Yeah. Upgrade makes a card better. Duplicate makes it more. And remove makes it less.
Okay.
The area shows the cost of deck editing. It fluctuates depending on the type of modification and varies from card to card. The cost also goes up each time you make a modification. So, duplicate is very expensive. Remove is kind of expensive. And upgrade is...
You can afford an upgrade, but...
So, is it going to make me, or can I just be like, I'm going to save my money?
Yeah.
Just 8 damage, 9 block, 14 damage and 2 weakness, 2 in power.
And 2 in power. Yeah, I don't know if any of these are worth upgrading.
Yeah,
I think hold your stuff.
I am.
Those look like all cards to remove from the deck at some point.
Well, we finished the intro.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So now, Act 1. Cleric life. Ruff studies, trains, and lends a hand to those in need. As a newly ordained cleric, Ruff strove to prove himself worthy of the title bestowed upon him, even under such adverse circumstances. Durback was dead, twice, instilling a mix of relief and dread in everyone's hearts. The prior said, maybe nothing will come to pass, or maybe the worst will. The answer was not long in coming. Dark clouds gathered on the horizon, and gradually scouts from Zamir and all sorts of creatures loyal to the Red Dragon began to prowl the monastery's lands. Ruff and Corin were still teenagers when they learned that their training would be tested sooner than expected, as their weapons master Sabrian and the prior himself summoned all fit to fight to patrol the surroundings.
So, because of the whole thing with propping Durback up to kill him again, was that like Weekend at Derny's?
Yes. Yes, it was. All right. So, I guess we're gonna go here.
You got a lot of potential options for rewards on this one.
Yeah, you could be Sir Brian.
Listen to your teacher, Ruff. What's happening here is terrible, but it's also fantastic. We trained our entire lives. Chances to apply what we've learned are rare. It is your time to pick a special skill.
Religious training, get a prayer card. Unusual training, replace your initial relic. Or tough training, get a random relic, -10 max HP.
Ooh.
Woo-wee.
Bonus relic sounds good, but that's a lot of hit points.
Yeah, who needs hit points? Wise choice.
Oh, wise choice.
Just
slap.
Just ow. That hurt. The start of turn, draw one additional card if you have bless.
Well, that seems like
I feel like I should have got the religious training. So I could have had bless. Okay.
Oh, there's another change max HP over on the village.
That is more change max HP. Yeah, we should probably do this before we do fighting.
Probably.
Like, maybe I can lower my HP even more.
Maybe.
Seated in the tavern, Ruff and Corin sip mead, discussing their recent training session with Sir Brian. Which new move did you like most? Ascendant Strike, Shield Bash, or none of them?
None of them. They all sucked. My guess is that Ascendant Strike and Shield Bash are going to be cards.
Yes.
And none is going to be like
just
something else.
Get out of here, nerd.
All of her moves suck.
We'll go with Ascendant Strike. It's fine. No doubt, the Ascendant Strike. Oh, quite violent for a cleric. What's left now is to pick up a fight and test the new move. Coincidentally, a drunkard stumbles in, taunting them.
Hey, sissies, how about clearing the table? My buddies and I are tired. Don't want to drink standing.
Test the new move. Just bam.
Get him.
I'm a cleric.
You're also a goat boy.
The goat boy cleric. Look, this guy is drunk. I'm just going to be like, hey, calm down, dude. Calm down, my friend. There's room for everyone. Look, table over there is free. Drunkard backs off. Ruff sits back down with his friend. I could practice that move, but beating up that guy isn't worth it. See, and I got 2 max HP for the trouble.
Those don't look like Ascendant Strike.
They are both super not Ascendant Strike.
You can skip for money, though, it looks. Well, is that for money or costing money?
One way to find out. Apply 2 vulnerability and gain 10 block, but it costs 2. Or discard a card to gain 12 block, but it costs 1.
Ooh, that's a lot of block. And if you're doing it at the end of the turn anyway.
Vulnerable characters receive extra physical damage, but it doesn't say how much extra.
It does not.
Or we can take none of them, if we want to be really...
I like the defensive stance, personally. Because I feel like if you're going to play it, you're going to play it at the end of the turn anyway. So the discarded card isn't necessarily a bad thing. And 1 energy for 12 block is, I mean, it's twice as effective as every other block in your deck right now.
And then just for ha-has, it upgrades to 16. Okay.
Yes.
And we do not have any kind of Ascendant Strike.
No, we do not. I bet you needed to actually hit him to get it.
But that would have been bad. Alright, so a new card or new card?
Want Endless Demons, or do you want a Dire Situation? In other words, that one's got the what's-her-face on it.
So I should probably go to that one first.
Even though the other one is closer to her house.
Yeah. Axia, what are you doing here?
Yeah, these creatures are too close to my house. Ruff. They almost attacked my brother. Rihanna's just a child.
Well, I'm blocking.
Yeah. And you can block a lot.
Yeah,
It's a good thing you can block a lot. They're hitting hard.
It doesn't matter which card I discard. All right. I'm all kinds of blocked up. Mage armor gained 22 block consume, so she's also prepared for the apocalypse. Deal 5 magic damage and 2 burn with fire bolts.
Okay.
Well, this guy's got the least amount of hit points, and he's doing the most damage.
Does it say where they're attacking, or does it just say they're attacking?
Looks like it. Yeah, it just says they're attacking, but
okay.
So definitely do a mage armor.
Yeah.
And then a firebolt to this guy's face.
Yes, because he's hitting way harder.
Burn. Characters with burn take magic damage at the start of the turn. Lovely, lovely. Look at us. Blocking. Alright, so this wolf's going to do 9 damage. This guy's going to block. Yeah, let's gather strength here. And then... bonk. And do I shield or do I hit some more? I'm empowered, so it would feel bad to only use the empower for one thing.
It's true.
Just gonna go for it.
Okay. Ooh.
Return all consumed cards to your deck consumed. That's a cool card.
That is pretty cool.
Fireball. 18 damage to all enemies.
Dang.
Oh, man, if I knew that was coming up. Apply 2 weakness to all enemies. So they'll do 30% less damage. So that means that the wolf would do like 6 damage. Well, the firebolt won't kill this guy.
Correct, but he is burning, and
I could.
So you either do the fireball to kill the one and wound the other, or you do like mage armor, firebolt.
Yeah, I can do mage armor, firebolt, or I can do. Yeah, this. Hey, you know what? Let's go nuts. I want to see a fireball in action. Does make me sad that I didn't hit the wolf more, though.
Yeah.
Okay. And now... can I do this to a friend? Out of curiosity? That's good to know.
That's very good to know.
And then it did say that the faith goes away at the end of fights, right?
Yes. So you might as well just nuke him.
My guy's like, I have an AoE too, as it turns out.
And then just slap him.
Bonk. Alright, beautiful. Choose a card reward. Another defensive stance. A guard defense or guard tactics.
I still like the defensive stance, but I'm also not opposed to just being like, we don't need more.
Yeah, I think I'd be down for skipping this one. Plus, it gives us skip science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do gain the money. Beautiful.
Now, First Blood. Zamir declares war on the people. They're not just any tax collection battalion. Their force is vastly more menacing than the ones arriving annually, maybe twice a year. They arrived, setting thatched roofs ablaze and sounding war trumpets, ushering in an invasion. Ruff swallowed hard, speculating it to be retribution for Durbak's demise. At the army's vanguard, a commanding figure in full armor took prominence, their face a mere skull with eyeballs ablaze with red flames. The prior greeted him with measured words, seeking to avoid a confrontation. This monastery... Oh, well, I mean, it is your character. You could read it.
This monastery stands accused of the murder of Zamir's warriors.
Oh, wait, no.
Our
No, yeah, you still read it, but this... I thought it was the prior, but this is actually the demon.
Yeah.
All right, so it is...
Our blood has been shed. Now we shall spill yours. Offer 50 of your clerics as sacrifice.
Proclaimed Kydrax, the undead general in service of the tired dragon.
Resist, and all of you will perish.
I like how this skull demon is just an old man.
Yeah, skull demon is Deckard Cain. It was one or the other for those fights, by the way.
And so I see.
Interesting.
New card, healing, and upgrade a card.
Ooh. Oh. Maybe the new card will be good, because... Elders, women, and children seek refuge within the monastery's chambers. The rest, follow me.
Well, Ruff immediately grabs a hammer.
Not you, goat boy. You stay and help the clerics in prayer in the main hall.
Protest, pretend to accept, and then don't. Or just be like, okay.
Yeah, sure, old man. You know what? Looking at the colors, I'm wondering if this is...
If there's like a...
that will give us a red card, that will give us a yellow card, that'll give us a blue card.
That makes much more sense. I was thinking more of like a Paragon system of just...
It matches the colors of the 3 card types.
It's true.
So if you want an attack card, we have to protest. If we pretend to accept, we're going to get another dang block card. I think. That's my guess.
So I think it's either protest or accept, because I don't want another block card.
If that's what that does, obviously. But that's...
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
I'm making an educated guess, because I think that we've hit yellow on the other options before.
Well, it makes sense, because accepting is hanging out with the clerics, and it would be a faith card.
Yeah.
Protest is being angry and fighty about it.
And then pretend to accept is some sort of defensive middle ground.
Let's get another card.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ruff enters the main hall to join the clerics in the prayer circle. In the unwavering faith of San Arnaldo, they pray, weaving a barrier containing the hobgoblins and shielding the monastery where the villagers take shelter. Ruff notices a young man trembling on the verge of tears, muttering things to himself. Draw 5 cards, have at least 2 control cards, try to calm him down. Or reprimand him, draw 5 cards, and have at least 1 prayer card.
We can do both. One of those, do we have like better odds of one or the other?
Let's see. Draw 5 to get 2 shield cards.
Oh, we could absolutely draw 5 cards and get none. But we do have half of our deck.
Yeah.
More than half of our deck is yellow.
Whereas the draw 5 and have at least 1 prayer card, we have 2 prayer cards. That one's
much harder.
A bit harder, I think. But now
that one's hard because it's yellow and blue, but that's also looking at yellow and blue cards. So
I'm gonna go with this.
You got it.
Barely.
Plus, trying to calm him down just feels better.
The young man, still disoriented, looks at Ruff with an air of desperation, but the words manage to soothe him. In a fervent prayer, they marvel as the circle is completed, birthing a formidable magical barrier. The shouts of the confused hobgoblins crashing against it could be clearly heard. Ruff then rises, determined. The monastery's safety was secured. It's time to join the fray. Plus 20 HP. I wish it was max HP. Card reward, Hope. Gain 2 faith and draw a card. It costs 0.
Well,
I like that card.
That's a great card. Dang.
That's a real good card. What does the timey symbol mean? Does that mean
That's
anything?
a good question.
Temporary. After being played once, this card is removed from your deck. That's why it's such a good card.
Well, dang.
Because you get it exactly once. Can I upgrade it for it not to be temporary? No. Don't even get to look at it. Well,
dang.
Can I duplicate it so I can have it twice? No.
No.
All right, fine.
Can you remove it?
Well, yes, but not by spending anything. Okay.
Oh boy.
So, master and apprentice. Just to battle. And then
So go fight with the prior, go fight with the teacher, or go fight on your own.
yeah, just go fight. We'll go with the teacher. Maybe the teacher will teach me something.
So you've decided to join the battle.
I'm ready, Sir Brian. I can defeat them.
He said so. Then show me what you've learned.
Ooh, that wolf's got a lot of hit points.
Yeah, and that other guy's doing a lot. He's got like buffs and stuff.
Yeah, he's got some stuff going on.
You can hit the F. There you go.
Gains 1 dodge at the start of each turn. Retaliation when hit by physical damage, counterattacks for 3 damage, and dodges the next physical attack, decreases by 1 at the start of each turn when he's hit.
Jeez, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
And what about the wolf? The wolf has some sort of buff as well.
Alpha Wolf. Lone Wolf. Plus 4 damage when fighting solo.
Ah.
So we should kill the wolf first.
Yep.
So I think this is just going to be smack and then 2 shields, probably.
Probably.
It doesn't really matter what I discard. Alright, teacher, what do you got? Hey, defensive stance. I'm familiar with that one.
Uh-huh.
Overhead strike. Deal 8 damage, draw an additional card on your next turn.
Okay.
Crossbody swing. Discard a card, deal 8 damage to all enemies.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. So...
Oh, are the 2 overhead strikes the same? The art is slightly different. Oh, no, it's just
no.
it's just the way that the artifacting on the videos, they looked slightly different.
No, 1 additional draw. And then we could try to full block, or we can try to be more aggressive.
I think for her, be more aggressive.
Okay. Is it like a half measure, do another attack and then a block, or?
That's what I would do. I wouldn't go nuts. But 1 attack, 1 attack, 1 defense. And in fact,
I think I'm going to do a defense and
first.
then a crossbody swing to proc this guy's dodge stuff.
Yes.
So then we'll get rid of you. And then... Oh, does that also discard a card? Oh, yeah, it does.
Eh, that's fine.
Oh, I'm bleeding.
That's a lot of bleed.
But healing will fix it.
Yep, but you didn't draw any healing.
This guy is going to apply a buff. This guy.
He also got his dodge back immediately.
Yeah, he gets a dodge every turn.
That's awful.
Yeah, and he's doing a
You
debuff
still want to
attack.
take him out first if you can.
I can empower and then just go hard on him.
That's true.
You know what? Let's go nuts. Gives us a faith. Get that schmovin'. And if we can take this out sooner rather than later. Okay. Motivate troops. Gain +2 empower and draw +2 cards in the next turn.
Dang.
Shield break. Deal 4 damage for every other card in your hand.
That is 20 damage.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, you know what? Bonk. And then, just block again, maybe. Hopefully the teacher gets hit and
Hopefully.
not buff, rough stuff. No. Oh, yeah, no, that's it.
No, perfect.
We are a little bit vulnerable, though. Well, we
That's
got some
okay.
hope.
Do we need it?
Not necessarily.
The gather strength will be enough to let
Yeah.
us
Yeah, do our thing.
do an earthquake.
All right, fine. We can be aggressive.
Out of curiosity, before you do the earthquake, how does that dude's dodge work?
Dodges the next physical attack, so he'll get hit by this earthquake.
That's true. That's true. Sweet.
And then this hammer strike is going to do a bajillion damage. It's unfortunate that that guy's going to dodge it, so I'll just use it to finish this wolf off, I think.
Sounds good.
So that means that we have to deal with less, and the old teacher can do stuff. Okay. And just a couple of overhead strikes.
Or do you empower to set up to hit him next turn? Because it's 2 empower, so he'll still be. She should still be empowered next turn.
Oh, I can choose
Oh,
on who
you
gets
can
the
also-
power.
That's also true.
You know what? Fine. She'll set up.
And then an overhead strike. He'll dodge because of the dodge. Or do you put up some armor?
Look, she's got plenty of health. I'm gonna do that just because it's gonna draw her an additional card. So if I get that
Yep.
card where I do damage based on the cards that I
The number
have.
of cards in hand. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna heal myself, I think.
Yeah. Heal yourself and then do a hammer bash to break the dodge.
Yeah. Get rid of the bleeding and feel better. And yeah, these are all just hammer bashes, so.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
he's gonna dodge no matter what anyway. But now.
Alright, and he's gonna do counterattack damage for every hit, so we want to be efficient. So the shield break, I think, just ruins his face to oblivion, right?
Yes. It's currently like 38 damage.
42.
I did bad math.
It's fine.
Here lies James killed by math.
Uh,
Oh, very well, Ruff. You did quite well. Now let's go. More of them are coming.
Beautiful.
Hey, look, we're yellow
every
cards.
time with the yellow cards. Gain a block. Your block is not removed next turn.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
7 block. If you have no block, gain more block. Or draw an attack card, a control card, and a prayer card from the draw pile.
That's nice, but that is draw 3 cards after spending 1 energy. Like,
I feel like that can be good.
it can be good, especially if you're like, I have 1 prayer card in my deck. You could kind of like guarantee it.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's either Survivor or just nothing. The making it so that your block can carry over is kind of nice,
Yeah.
but it's also only for the 1 turn, so it's like,
Just a minute. Look, if you have enough of them, then
if you have enough of them, sure,
you
yeah.
play them all the time. Just be like, get infinite block, infinite hex. But
Yeah. And look, you do, as I say, you do infinite that, and then you get the shield bash. All right, well, now you have enough to remove a card if you want. And I mean, I feel like it would be a shields up if you're gonna do it.
yeah, we have too many. Gotta stay svelte. Okay. Well, and the fights are still fighting.
Yep.
Well, we'll go to classic Unibrowman.
Boy, when you were a kid, you used to say you didn't know how to fight. Only how to kill. I want you to remember that now. Don't fight, just kill.
Do you have a bunch of like oil and blood that I can soak myself in? It was really part of the process.
It's also way more health again.
So he's not doing any auto dodging. He's going to apply a debuff, and you Fury. When HP drops below 20 for the first time, clears all penalties and switch your next action to Berserker's Fury.
Okay, so you basically want to try to go from 21 to dead, if you can help it.
Okay. I'm missing
4 health.
So that's not very efficient, but it would get me close to earthquaking.
It's true.
But
they are also swinging for quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. Maybe we take out the Hobgoblin Soldier because he's lower. Get him close to 20 and then try to burst him.
Sure.
And then I'll just block up significantly. Alright. Discipline. Gain an action point. Lose an action point on the next turn.
Oh!
Okay, and I can do that a couple times.
So he could be like, I'm taking all of my actions now.
Deal
Stunned characters miss their next action. Ooh.
Okay. In 14 block and 2 empower. And then 14 damage and 2 faith. But he doesn't have any miracles, so I don't know what faith does for him.
Does he not have miracles? He's got something to...
I guess it is. It's just grayed out. It's just hard to see.
Yeah.
So, look, you know what? Maybe let's just... We're going in. So that way I can do a 2 and a 3 here.
Yep. Now, do you do big damage and set up your miracle? Do you just do the full block, gain the empower so that the other attack does more damage anyway?
Yeah, if I Devout Protector and then Ferocious attack the Thief, then no one gets debuffed and everyone's fine. Oh, I can choose.
Oh.
Bonk. Now his next turn going to be perhaps unimpressive.
Perhaps.
Hammer bash, shields up. You know what? The hope's got to go away sometime. Sometimes you're just gonna lose hope.
And you drew the better hammer.
Bop you. And then I probably should shield.
Yep. And can't play a dang thing.
That High Priest card's real good.
Yeah?
But,
dang.
yeah, it's unfortunate. Also, I need to figure out how to get blessed. I need to be blessed.
Yeah. Well, you got your earthquake ready.
Yeah, I think we just let loose. I think
Keep in
that's
mind,
gonna set off. It's gonna set off this guy's Berserker's Fury for sure.
Oh no! Do you just focus on burning him down then?
I think I do. Time to.
And then you might as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna block up in case he does get an attack off. I won't get murdered. Okay. Well, we can heal up.
Yeah, but a Radiant Strike will also kill the Hobgoblin, which I think is important here.
Probably fine. And then I could discipline to
do nothing.
No, the Radiant Strike.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah. And do you Radiant Strike, or what's the one on the left there?
10 block and 2 empower, but this guy's not attacking this turn, so.
Correct. So yeah, just smack.
Okay. He's got almost enough faith to do whatever it is that he do.
Yep. Oh, he put up some block and some empower.
And a
Ooh,
big boy attack.
Maybe you can get another stun.
Yeah, so that's just empower. Okay. Well, we got another earthquake already.
Yeah.
And we can heal our friend if we want.
That's true.
Well, let's start off with an earthquake. Oh,
that also ignores block.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I can just take away his block with this.
Yeah. I think it's worth it. And then hammer bash to.
Yeah.
And then as long as we can draw an okay hand here, which we did.
That's enough. Man, I'm gonna figure out what his faith spell is.
Yeah. Oh no, that is a shared miracle bar.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Oh, but that's good to know, though.
That is good to know.
That explains why I was able to earthquake again. I was like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
But okay. Combat knowledge.
We saw
again.
the combat knowledge.
Frenzy. Draw 2 cards. Draw 2 fewer cards next turn.
Okay.
And then offensive defense. Deal 14 damage. Gain 2 block for each control card in hand. You know, that's not awful.
That's not terrible.
Does cost 2.
But it's attack and block. And again, if you were just doing 2 attacks, that would be 10 damage.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely better than 2 attacks for a variety of reasons. Oh, yeah, I don't hate it. Well, how does it upgrade? 16 damage and 4 block for each control card in hand.
Hey, there you go.
Okay. Not that we have enough of that.
You're right, but...
No. And then... Oh, our master's moved over to this one.
Okay.
Confrontation.
Oh.
Ah.
You all can start praying to your pathetic gods. The day of judgment has come. Oh, that's a lot of health.
Well, he's the boss man. Let's see. Again, my heal is
a little early
a
for
little
it.
early, but it would give me some early faith. But
yeah, just hold on to it. I think you'll be fine.
Okay, so
1 attack and two blocks.
Yeah, I think so. That'll block most of the damage if any comes my way.
Yeah.
Let's see. I do like gaining that faith.
Yeah, then do a discipline and.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah. Now, do you then put up the Devout Protector to be safe, or do you just hit him again? The Devout Protector is the smart option. But...
Yeah, I think we should play the long game. He's hitting hard.
Okay.
Alright, he's doing some sort of debuff this turn. Which means that I'm going to empower, which will give me enough for my earthquake. But I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna
hold on.
Oh, I
clicked it anyway.
I meant to click to unclick it, but it went. But I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, let's see what the other guy does.
And then I do the other. Yeah, I do the offensive defense.
Yeah.
It's just the most damage. You'll get a little bit of block. Not that it'll matter, but
I got 2 block. Okay, so he is empowered. Oh, I could just stun him, actually.
You could, yeah.
Or I can Radiant Strike.
Radiant Strike for big damage, or Discipline again for a little less damage, but stun him from doing that debuff.
Yeah. Do we think that debuff is bad?
Probably.
But if I don't stun him, I can
You'll have full energy
next turn.
Yeah, then go for it. Hit the Radiant Strike then. Let's see what the debuff is.
I'm gonna hope
then we'll
it's
know.
Not awful.
Yeah, then we'll know if we need to block it for next turn.
Oh, that's
2 copies of Despair.
If this card is in your hand at the end of turn, lose all of your faith.
Damn. So it's basically going to just cost you 1 energy here.
Yeah, because yeah, we're definitely playing that.
Also, he is swinging big, and it looks like there's something else to that attack.
Scorching Slash. It does it to everybody.
Jeez. Okay.
So this is minimal block. I think it might be better to Hammer Strike because it will make the damage do 30% less.
I think I agree. Yeah, that was 7 less damage.
Perfect.
For each of you.
Freaking despair, man. But if I hold on. What if I guess it won't matter because I have 3 energy and
yeah, so. If you had a 4th energy, you might have.
Because I was like, I can Radiant Strike and then use my faith, and then it won't matter. But
true.
But this gets it out of the deck, so.
I still think you Radiant Strike, or well, actually no. Or do you put up the? That is a lot of block.
I'm gonna believe in the miracle that will save me.
Also, his miracle costs more than 5.
I don't think he has a miracle. I think that's the Earthquake miracle.
Oh, all right.
And then it's grayed out because it's not the right character.
Well, what a nerd.
So I gained faith from my friend. Also, ow. Quick Prayer is something I am now very interested in.
Yeah.
Although this offensive defense is good block.
That's true. Plus, you might as well do the Earthquake, I guess. Yeah, I think the offensive defense is actually really good here.
And then just don't hurt me.
Blocks nearly all of it.
Oh, I can go in. Let's see. It only makes sense to use one of these.
Correct.
And since I can do 2 things, definitely do this one first so I can get the Empower.
Yep. And then strike him. And then you should be able to get him next turn. Because they are 0 cost cards, it's basically like an "Are you sure?" sort of thing.
Are you sure about that?
That's an unfortunate hand.
Is it though?
No, actually, you're right. It's not. Because Quick Prayer, Earthquake, Hammer Bash should kill him.
We got a heal in. Boom. Bada bing. Bada bow. 50 Arcanium.
Beautiful.
And a card reward. Oh. Some new things here. Crushing Blow deals 15 damage. If the target has any debuffs, gain an action point and draw a card. Oh.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's good. Restore 8 health, apply 4, burn to everybody.
Dang.
Alright. And Scorching Faith. Every time you deal magic damage, apply 3 burn to a random enemy.
So that's one of those, you set that up once. Those are your powers.
So then every time I Earthquake,
you're going to put 3 burn on someone, which is 3 burn per turn.
That's not bad. All of these cards are really good.
It's not bad. I think if you're going to take that, you then have to lean into looking for more ways of dealing magic damage.
That's true. Well,
which I don't hate.
Crushing Blow, I have to lean into applying debuffs, though.
That's also true, which you currently don't do any. Right?
You know what's a debuff? Burn.
Correct. So you want both of those together.
Yes.
So which do you get first, then?
I think Scorching Faith is going to be more universally useful. Plus, if I can find more magic damage, it gets better over time.
I super agree.
And now, obviously, we gotta see
4 burn.
4 burn.
Okay.
We could duplicate it so we can just play it multiple times.
Yeah. Every time you deal magic damage, put on 6 burn.
But you know, just to see something in action, I'm gonna upgrade it because
Well, and to be fair, I would upgrade it first and then duplicate it later.
Yeah. Your faith, goat boy, Ruff and Prax, vanquish Kadrax. For San Ronaldo! The mighty swing of his hammer, Ruff strikes the ground, creating a chasm beneath the hobgoblin's feet that swallows them whole. Before them now stands the undead general. Ghanor and the prior press forward to attack. In tandem, their hammers find their mark on the enemy's arm and leg. Kadrax falls back, wounded.
This is not defeat, humans! And then he runs away like a chicken.
And then he runs away. Alright. But I think that's where we'll call it for now. We've fought back the enemies, and then the area is saved. Nothing bad ever happened ever again.
And we're not halfway through Act 1.
Yeah. So ignore these battles, ignore everything else. This is happily ever after.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, if you guys want to see more, definitely let us know in the comments. Clearly we have plenty of game left.
It's true.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I guess with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.